All right, so we're gonna start with We're Heartbeats, and we want to welcome you to Finland. How has your day been?
It's been pretty good. It's been nice weather. I had to wake up at 5 and flew in from Paris, so been tired, but it's been nice. Walked around, ate some Thai food, and slept.
All right, that's really nice. That's really nice. You said before that you've been to Finland for a week, so this is not your first time. But how was your first time in Finland?
First time in Finland was great. Ate a lot of reindeer, some bear.
Did you like it?
It was great.
Nice.
And saw a lot of snow. I went up to Lapland, and it was just a lot of awesome nature stuff. I was shooting a video and just hanging out, went ice swimming. It was cold. Yeah.
Was it? Did you go to a sauna?
Yeah.
Okay. So sauna and then ice.
Sauna 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
How hot was the sauna? Was it like a proper 80
proper
degrees?
Sauna. Yeah, it was hot.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Normally foreigners, they don't like the sauna. They go
I
in
love sauna.
at like 60 Celsius and they're like, oh, it's too hot.
No, I love the sauna.
Oh, that's good. That's really cool. You're a self-released artist, correct?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I just signed to a label actually.
Okay.
A couple months ago, but up until
Congrats.
then, why? Because I guess it was the only option. And then there were a few deals that came and went, but it just made sense. I recorded the music, I did everything, and it just felt like another step of the process of just releasing it myself. It was easiest way to reach the fans and get music out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that's the reason why it's so easy, like, because you can do whatever you want to, and fans don't really buy CDs anymore, so it's easier to just get it out there, and then, you know, your fans could just listen to it.
Exactly. I've never made a physical anything before. Everything I've released has always just been online. Recently, at shows, I was just burning CDs to sell that were just compilations of my favorite songs. But
That's cool.
yeah.
Is that something that you want to do in the future? Release albums, or do you want to continue with the online?
I think an album eventually. I think the next thing's going to be an album.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
Just,
really cool.
It'll be nice to hold. I'm re-releasing the last EP I put out on vinyl. Yeah.
That's
so I'm
really
excited
cool.
about that. And then the next thing hopefully is a full-on album.
Yeah. A lot of artists are doing that nowadays. I think the vinyls are selling again.
It's cool. Yeah.
It's really cool because you get to hold it, and it gives you a completely different experience because you can't kind of skip through the CD
Exactly.
or the vinyl. You have to actually listen to it and get into the music and just enjoy it and listen to it.
Plus, I wrote a paper on bird watching in Finland that comes with it.
Really? That's cool. How do you come up with that idea?
I don't know. I wrote a song it's called The Birds of Finland, and then
That was going to be my next question. What was the inspiration for that? Because at that point you hadn't been to Finland.
I hadn't been to Finland, no. And I've always been into the North and Scandinavia, and I don't really know why it came about. I think I honestly had a picture of the skateboarder Ardo Sari on my desk somewhere, and I was just in a writing mode and saw a Finnish flag on the bottom of the picture, and I started going off that, and then the sounds I was creating reminded me of birds, and I just started looking up a lot. I literally had to research a bunch of different types of birds and their migratory patterns and all sorts. I geeked out for a bit. And then I wrote a paper about why I chose the birds I chose, and that comes with the album.
But that's really cool. That gives your fans something extra, I think. And especially for Nordics, it's amazing because no one ever talks about us, and no one really writes about us.
Sure they do.
So, well, to a certain extent, but for us, it's amazing when someone does that. And it's just, you know, because we're inspired by it, but we never really realize how inspiring it is to other people as well. So it's great when you have someone from across the world that comes in or doesn't even come into the country and writes about it. So it's amazing. We kind of touched on the topic of where you get your inspiration from, but do you want to open it a bit more?
A lot of the songs...
You draw your own stuff as well.
Yeah. So the songs all usually... I mean, they come from different places, but The Birds of Finland, for instance, I'm a lot of times influenced by places I've never been, and just like imagining what the place could be like and writing my version of it. And then the drawings themselves sometimes have to do with the direct name of the song or title, but a lot of times they're a separate, I don't know, there's just a lot of weird inspiration of why I drew. I mean, Birds of Finland, the drawing were just birds. That one made perfect sense. But I have a song called Stockholm, and I drew a picture of my favorite hat, and it made sense to me at the time. 100%. Like I drew that specifically for the song. It's never just I pair them up just because I've leftover drawings. I intentionally drew a hat for. I don't know. But
Inspiration is a funny thing.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the song Stockholm?
Stockholm was mostly actually about Stockholm syndrome, and as I was writing, I came up with the music first, and the word Stockholm was just the very first thing I sang, and then I played off of Stockholm syndrome rather than the city itself. And then that song actually is connected to the Birds of Finland musically. I wrote them in the same week, and they use the same actually chord progression, and the harp part leads into, they connect. And,
Well, that's great because we connect with Stockholm really a lot because we used to be under the Swedish rule and a bunch of stuff, so we're really connected to it. So actually, it's kind of funny that you wrote a song without even being to Finland in Stockholm. That actually makes sense to us as well.
So you guys don't hate each other?
When it comes to hockey, we do.
Yes.
But it's like a sibling kind of thing. So that's where, we love each other and hate each other, but mostly love.
When it comes to hockey, I watch a lot of hockey.
Oh, you do?
Actually, it was the reason I'm really tired is I stayed up all night watching a hockey game and didn't sleep until my
NHL?
flight. Yeah.
Which game?
Dallas Stars versus the St. Louis Blues. Stars lost in Game 7.
Oh, yeah.
I stayed up till 5 watching it, and it was a bad idea.
I watched all of them up until last night.
We've got 2 Finnish goalies, and they were both pretty awful that game. But
It's not our fault.
Antti Niemi and Kari Lehtinen.
Who's your favorite player?
Favorite player?
Do we have one?
Right now it's probably Ales Hemsky.
Yep.
Ales Hemsky. This guy on the Dallas Street is Czech, but yeah, I'm going with
Doesn't matter.
him. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably my favorite player.
Hold on. I'm just gonna turn to this.
I could choose a Finnish player, Juri Lehtinen, when he played on the Stars.
So it's mostly Stars
All
players.
Stars players, but
All Stars players.
we've had some good Finns.
Yeah. You play several instruments. Where does that come from?
Me just getting very bored with one and needing something else to play around with, and I like collecting instruments. I like experimenting with different sounds. So if I see something that looks cool, especially if it's not too expensive, I'll just get it. I was at a used music store and saw a bass clarinet, and I was like, oh, I just bought it without really knowing what to do with it. Figured it out. Yeah.
So you're self-taught.
For mostly everything. Yeah.
That's cool. We actually, off topic, we have a flea market with used instruments
Might have to
that
go check.
happened last Saturday, I think, or Sunday.
Did you get anything?
No, I didn't. We don't have enough space. We already got drums and then a guitar and a piano, so
So you're in a band too?
not anymore.
No.
Used to play when I was younger, drum and bass,
Nice.
both, so that was cool. What are your hopes for the future? You said you want to release a vinyl or a CD. That would be cool. Is
That'd
there
be
anything
nice.
else?
Get better at cooking.
Well, that's good.
World peace. I don't know. No, I don't. Real goals.
Doesn't have to be real goals. I think.
I want to learn Danish. I've been learning Danish and move to Copenhagen. I want to get better at. You know Danish?
Lived there
Yes,
for 8 years.
Okay. Jeg kan snakke lidt. Vi kan snakkes nu.
Ja, det kan vi
Hvis de
godt.
vil. Ja.
Ja, det kan vi godt.
Okay.
Ja. Jeg tror, nogen forstår ikke, hvad vi siger, men det er fint nok.
Hvad? Tak. Tusind tak.
Det var meget godt.
Tak.
So you've been learning Danish?
Jeg rejste til København for 2000. Jeg bor, men jeg besøgte mine venner for 2 uger. Ja. I've spent some time there in trying. I'm getting
But
there.
that's really good. That's really good. You haven't spent that much time there, have you?
No, but I've been learning on this iPad app. But that's a whole nother. That's a whole
But that's
nother
really
story.
good because Danish is a really tough language to learn,
Yeah.
especially with the
Are
pronunciation.
you fluent with it? Pretty much. You
Kind
know
of.
it. Yeah.
Kind of
Cool.
fluent.
We'll have to talk after this.
Yeah, we'll have to. That's really cool. Like we said before, we're called Heartbeats Journal, and our last question is always, let's say, quite deep, but we want to know what makes your heart beat. It's a tough question. You can take it literally
Oxygen.
or exactly.
Oh, one breath at a time. What makes my heart beat? I'm just thinking scientifically right now. I can't even think of anything emotional.
Told you it's a tough question.
The only word that comes to mind right now is oxygen.
We'll go with that. That's a good answer. It's, everyone takes it differently.
Yeah.
Some people take it very emotionally and others take it very physically or scientifically.
Yeah.
Do you have any last words for your fans in the Nordic countries and in Finland?
Kiitos.
Kiitos. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kiitos.